Hey, Ellen.
What now, Chris?
Well, Ellen, looks like Josh Schneider of Cultivaris is holding court back there. We'll be talking to him later and doing a video as well from Cultivaris. But right now, we are at
Jaldety.
We're at Jaldety as part of the Pacific Plug and Liner group of trials here at the 2016 California Spring Trials. There's lots going on. And right now, we're going to talk about the three Israeli companies, formerly the Agrexco companies, Jaldety, Cohen, and Hishtil. And great stuff in annuals, perennials, and herbs.
Lots of different things.
Some strange things in there, but nothing strange about what we got here except the name. That's not strange, it's fun. This is a little pelargonium called
Pinky Pinks.
I gave you the chance to say it even though I wanted to. Pinky Pinks is little tiny foliage, little tiny flowers.
Very tiny.
Zillions of them, not just millions, but zillions of them. I would describe this color as pinky pink.
Pinky, yeah.
Kind of.
Pinky pink.
Now, how about a brownie brown Thunbergia? Because this Thunbergia is called Sunny Susie Brownie. And it goes in, they've got quite a few Thunbergias, yellows and oranges.
Love that
Arizona Glow.
deep color.
But that's Sunny Susie Brownie. So that's a couple of new flowers from Jaldety. Next, we're going to step over and see what we can find from Cohen in annuals. Flowers, they're down at this end of the trial. We're going over there to look at some herbs in a minute.
A lot of places.
Right up here, Ellen, I think is where we're going to see our first one. That's a new Bacopa called
Bacopa Secrets Bamba Blue Sky. Take a look at how large that flower is.
Those are big flowers for
amazing.
a Bacopa. It's the Bamba.
And then next to it,
it joins Bamba Flush White.
Exactly.
So you got the two of those.
Cute little purple ring around the eye there.
Right.
And then we have Biden's Bee Giant Yellow. And, it's giant.
It's another large flowered variety.
Exactly.
And something that's not large flowered, but is micro tiny flowered, is this new Lobularia.
And it's awesome. Literally.
It is awesome. It is called awesome. This is lilac, Lobularia Awesome Lilac, and this is compact white.
Oh, compact white.
One of the nice things about those is they have less shedding. I think we're working on getting less sprinkling of the flower petals every place. Now we're going to swing around and look at some Calibrachoa. And Jen is right in front of one of the brand new ones here. This is the Kaloha series. That is lime yellow.
Don't forget real red over here.
And that is real red. You put those two together. Check that out. You want something vivid. That is really red and limey yellow right together. And this one is also new. This is a coral red ring. And you can see the little ring up in the center of the flower there. And then Ellen is modeling. She's like Carol Merrill from the show there. Pointing frantically. And which one is that?
It's Honey White.
Honey White. I love
great name.
The word honey for flower color. Honey is pretty trendy right now. And the last one is right next to you there. That's
Yellow Red Ring.
So that's some new Calibrachoa. Now, some of my favorites here, I'm going to come around and join you in a second, are petunias. And a great name in a petunia. Check this out.
Here are those petunias Chris was talking about.
Yeah, but they're not the ones with the crazy name yet. This is Petunia Happy Fire Red.
Fire Red, right next door. Happy Marble Yellow.
And Marble Yellow, it's an interesting name. I think it may be just because, well, I'm not sure why marble, and they weren't sure either, but it's got a little bit of interesting veining coloration in the center.
That's right.
So it's not a pure yellow by any means, but it's a very interesting one.
Keep backing up.
And here's my favorite right here. Happy Yellow Orange Stripes. That is just a happy name. And it's a happy petunia. I have not seen anything like this anywhere. Happy Yellow Orange Stripes. And lastly, Pink Rose Vein. Happy Pink Rose Vein. So there are 4 new petunias out of all the different happies that they have here at Cohen. We've come across the greenhouse to the Hishtil display where we're going to check out some interesting herbs. Ellen, you love to cook.
I do.
I love to eat. It's a perfect match. And what can we do with this very interesting little herb?
Meats and stews. This is savory. Now, I've had it in my cabinet for a long time, but I've never actually seen the plant. And if you look in here, you can actually see it has
There
a
are
nice
little
purple
tiny
flower.
flowers. You don't buy it for the flowers, but you get a few just as a bonus, I suppose.
Here's the name of it, botanical name. I will not pronounce that.
Nor will I. But the it's called Fragrant Beauty. I can pronounce that.
It is fragrant, and it's beautiful.
Now here's
So-
one that has some flowers on it. This is Star Balsam, and it's got another tough genus name.
Zaluzianskia?
There you go with a Z. Ovada. I can handle
Ovada.
the species. But this is a Zone 9 tender plant. And what's interesting, you look at the flowers, it starts as a little tiny red bead there, and then it opens up into this pretty little white
cool.
cup. Those are very nice. A little
Scented in the evening.
Ooh, it's only, what time is
It's only
it? 4 o'clock.
3:46, so.
Not yet, but soon we'll come back to that one. And then lastly, well, speaking of scented, how about, this is this is not exclusive to them, it's a lavender.
And it's not new either.
A pinata, and look at the tremendous long stems, kind of crazy. But what they say is they're getting tremendous interest in using these as edible flowers. They're selling them to a
Right.
lot of restaurants.
Restaurants?
And just sprinkle that in your salad or what have you. So that's a lavender pinata. Let's see what else they've got behind
there.
us. Ellen, you beat me to our next one.
I did.
And that's because you kind of like this
It is.
Penstemon. Why is that?
I like the name. Fantastic.
That's a
Isn't that
fantastic
great
name.
I like it.
This is a Zone 8 tender perennial, first year to flower. It needs
No vernalization.
no vernalization, and more importantly, no PGRs to keep it this height. Because
Right,
normally,
exactly.
you get a Penstemon, it would be up here to be tall like me, majestic, really.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is short and compact, like a Jennifer Zirko.
3 colors.
But it's as
not
lovely
like
as she
Jennifer
is.
Zirko.
Right.
We've
she's-
got rose, pink, and red.
Right. Timing-wise, you could transplant this in January and be selling by June. Now, that's not an herb. One of the things that Jaldety, or excuse me, Hishtil is known for is herbs. And how about mints? They've got a raft, a plethora, a whole bunch of mints here out that they're showing.
They have hundreds, apparently.
They've
in
got one.
their
This one is
supply.
called Japanese mojito, candy lime, deodorant. That's interesting. But they've got one called marshmallow. They've got a strawberry
one
one
called
on the bench behind us,
deodorant
orange.
over here.
All kinds of mints, hundreds, they say. So that's something. If you need a mint variety, they've got it. Now, what do you like? You like things with you like mint, but then you maybe want something a little bit
Sweeter.
Well, I was hoping work with me here, Ellen. Sweeter. How could you do that?
With this plant.
That plant, well,
me
this
see what this
crazy
is.
thing with all these little flowers, and I'm going to hold it up for you. This is, that's heavy. It's not
Is
a
that the
plastic
Lipia?
pot. This is the Lipia.
Okay.
Tell us about it, Ellen.
Dulcis is the name. It's incredibly sweet. You just take off one little tiny leaf.
Do it.
And I will do it.
Because it's heavy.
Oh, okay, put it down.
Oh, thank you. Phew.
Fruit salad. Put this on a fruit salad.
Well, that's the thing. This is sort of like a stevia plant. Very
even sweeter.
sugary, sweet. And they say you could chop it up like mint,
Yeah.
put it on fruit salad,
Just
or
chef it out
work
a
it into
little
your
bit.
cooking or anything like that. So that is Lipia dulcis. You can read about
Wow.
it on the bottom of the screen there. Jen Zirko has conveniently put it in properly for you.
Wow.
And so, yeah, so a crazy herb. I think you could sell a bunch of that. And it's kind of pretty, too.
Yeah,
so
trendy.
that's just a few very, very interesting things from Hishtil here at the 2016 California Spring Trials. I think I'm going to put some of that in my iced tea. Oh, there's a mint.